Hi everyone. Today let us discuss about Essential Commodity Act 1955 amendment. Okay, because recently Finance Minister said that the government will amend the Essential Commodity Act of 1955 in order to deregulate food items including cereals, edible oil, oilseeds, pulses, onion and potato. So as Finance Minister made such a statement, this was there in the news about this Essential Commodity Act 1950. And also other than this, it was there in the news related to coronavirus infection, because during this coronavirus infection, government has already included this mask as well as this sanitizers in the Essential Commodity Act of 1955, because usually what government does is, whenever there is a lack of supply of a particular product, and when a price of that particular product is increasing, they will and that is essential for the public to live on, then government usually put that particular commodity in the Essential Commodity Act of 1955, because during the infection of coronavirus, or during the spreading, there was a large amount of shortage in mask as well as sanitizers, and the price was increasing for these things. So in order to maintain the availability of this mask as well as the sanitizers, the government has put this both items in the Essential Commodity Act of 1955 in order to maintain the availability. Okay, so during because of that also this was there in the news. Now this is in the news because of some other things, like because the ministry has planned to deregulate the food items from now on. Okay, so let us see what is it. Essential Commodity Act is used by the government to put a cap on the prices and specify the stock limit of essential items. As I told you regarding the mask and the sanitizers, they will be put a cap on the prices. When the price of that mask or sanitizer is increasing, in order to put a cap on the prices, they will include that particular product in the Essential Commodity Act, and also they will specify a stock limit. Then they will say that a particular shop or trader should not stock a particular limit, should not stock the commodities higher than a particular limit. Okay, so that will be the instruction by the government when they are putting a particular thing in the Essential Commodity Act. So this was brought into place in 1955, as the act name suggests, as I told you, to control the production, supply, distribution and trade and commerce in certain commodities. So certain commodities means they will suggest the name of the particular commodity. Okay, the government will be naming all those products, okay, which all things should be included or which all should be excluded from the Essential Commodity Act list. Okay, then this is applicable to whole India. Okay, and the power is on state as well as center. The state is, as well as center can regulate the production, supply, distribution as well as the prices of the commodities. And also there is no permanent storage ceilings or commodity name in the act. As I said, it is not said in the act that this particular thing should be sealed for permanently. All these things are identified time to time, like during this corona period, mask as well as sanitizer are included in the Essential Commodity Act. So after some period of time, when these infections are completely wiped out from the society, they will deregulate, or means they will exclude this mask as well as sanitizers from the list. Okay, like this, usually onions, potatoes and other seeds, means edible oils, all those things the government used to put in the Essential Commodity Act. So whenever their price comes into stable level, then they will exclude that particular product out of this Essential Commodity Act. Okay, so they are including the particular item in the list based on the need. Whenever it is necessary, they will include, and whenever the price rise is removed, they will exclude that item. And then how this price is fixed? I told you that they will be fixing a price and also keep a stock also, and above that they cannot able to increase the price. So how they are finding or how they are fixing that particular rate? Okay, this is as per the formula they will compare the current price of the essential commodity with the average price of the same item of the past year. If we are fixing the price of the mask in this year of 2020, they will compare that the price of the 2019 during this time. Okay, and also of the 5 years, average of the past 5 years price also will be taken. Then they will check whether the prevailing retail price of that item is more than double of the lowest average price. In this agricultural products, they will check whether the retail price of the perishable item is more than double the lowest average of the price. So if it is found that it is higher than the higher than that item, then this norms will be applied on that particular product, okay, which indicates that the price is very much higher than the when comparing to the previous year. Okay, so then that all these kind of norms will be imposed on that particular product. So likewise, in 2014, onion and potato was included in the Essential Commodity Act. Then 2015, pulses, edible oil and oil seeds were included. So likewise, they used to include as well as exclude based on the need. Okay, and then this is mainly used to target the black marketers. So what black marketers are doing is they will stock as much as they can during this price rise. When the price started rising, they will buy all these things and they will stock in secret. Okay, when the price reaches to a maximum level or when it reaches the peak, they will start selling. So this will be very much giving a lot of profit for these black marketers. So in order to control them, all these black marketers, government will be releasing an order to control the stock up to a certain limit. So above that they will not be able to stock. So this stock also is included under this Essential Commodity Act. And so if we are amending this particular act, there will be some problem with this act, no? So let us see what is the problem with the Essential Commodity Act of 1955. So major problem is that it will cause major impediment in the growth of agriculture sector, as traders are scared of buying more products and stocking. Like at any point of time, there will be a instruction or there will be some kind of order from the government to seal the storage. Okay, so if that particular trader is buying a lot of commodity and storing it in their warehouse, and government is ordering to seal the storage to a particular level, they will be in problem now. So if that particular trader is having a storage more than what the government is prescribing, they will be having some kind of, they will have to face some kind of punishment for storage more than what they have prescribed, and sometimes they may see that particular trader as a black marketer. Okay, so in order to get away from all those kind of problems, they usually will be storing a lesser amount only. So this is affecting the agricultural growth, because when they are storing or they are buying less only, the agricultural means this farmers will be able to sell them less amount. If they are buying more, farmers will be able to sell them whatever they are producing. So if the traders are buying less, all those agriculture products will be leaving with the farmers, and farmers will not be having any facilities for storing all those things, like perishable items like tomato. So they will get spoiled. So this is what usually happens with the agricultural sectors. So it is also affecting the investment in warehouses. That is another point. So warehouse infrastructure will be getting less investment, because traders don't want to store more than a particular amount of commodities. So automatically there will not be any need for this warehouses. So lesser investment will be on warehouses, and when this investment in warehouses are lesser, definitely the perishable or chances of perishable items getting spoiled is increase. So that in turn affect the farmers, because whatever they are producing will be damaged without having any warehouses, and that will be affecting their income. Okay, and also this will cause hindrance to farm exports also. Then there are some changes as prescribed by the government, because government said that this the stock limits, that control of stock limits will be notified by the government only for the retailers or wholesalers only if retail prices increases abnormally. So if there is a 100% increases in the perishable items or price of the perishable items like onion, potato and tomato, and if there is a 50% increase in the non-perishable essential commodities, then government may impose such kind of stock limit as well as the ceiling on the price. So if it is increasing 100% or 50% in case of non-perishable items, then definitely government has to involve, otherwise, or interfere, otherwise it will be completely causing a lot of problem in the market, because people will not be able to buy the products or the commodities with the 100% increase in the price, right? So definitely at point of time government has to interfere, otherwise government will not be interfering. That is what the government is saying in this act. This is not yet proposed. This is just a this is not yet come into effect. This is just some proposed changes in this act. Okay, so then another one is that deregulating the production sale of the food products. And the second point is that no stock limit is to be imposed on any produced. Earlier, under Essential Commodity Act, government used to say that government used to impose some kind of stock limit on the products. So from under this new amendment, it is said that no stock limit will be imposed on any produce, and also it will be imposed only under very exceptional circumstances, like I told you, like national calamities, famine, with a surge in prices. So at that kind of situations, it is necessary that the stock limit must be imposed in order to maintain the price of the products and to make it available for all the citizens. So at that point of or at that kind of exceptional situations only, the stock limit will be imposed. And no stock limit shall apply to processors or value chain participants or to any exporter subject to export demand. Then and there will be no limit on the quantity that the traders can buy when hold as a stock. So from now onwards, traders are free to buy as much as they want, and they can store that in their warehouses. So the benefit of this amendment, and it is said that these all benefit will be there if these amendments are made. Like one is that better prices will be available for the farmers, because when retailers or the traders can store as much as they want, they will buy as much as they can, or as much as they can store in their warehouses. So whatever the farmers producing will be taken by the traders. So obviously there will be no loss for the farmers, and there will be no wastage of this perishable items. Okay, so definitely they will have a better price as remuneration. Then private investment in warehouses and agri infrastructure. When there is no limit for this stock, definitely there will be an investment in the warehouses, because they can store these things in the warehouses. And increase in the purchase from the processors and mills. So there will be definitely an increase in the purchases from the processors as well the mills. The food and food processing companies can increase the stock, that I told you, they can increase their stock irrespective of the stock limit. From now onwards they can store as much as they want, and farmers will be getting a competitive prices, because earlier when there was a stock limit, what traders will be doing is they will be only buying only less amount of things. If the production is higher with the farmers, the rest of the commodities will be left with the farmers. So traders already bought 10% of the produce, so leftover, that is 90% of the produce will be left with the farmers. So if they got 10% of the products for about 100 rupees, then the 90% are with the farmers left. So then what the farmers will do is they will have to sell out these things, otherwise all those perishable items will get damaged. So what they will do is they will reduce the price. So if initially the price was for onion or some, for example, if the thing like potato was 100 rupees, when the traders stop buying, they will start giving this things for a lesser price. Like sometime it will be 50 rupees, sometime it will be 25 rupees. Earlier it may be for 100 rupees they might have sold all these things, but when the demand decreases they will reduce the price, like 50, 25, 10, like etc. So what it is causing is farmers will be getting lesser price only when the demand is reducing or when there is a market storage ceiling. So now what happens is traders can buy as much as they want, so they will be buying more. So the farmers product will be sold at the higher prices, like 100 or 80 rupees they will be selling their prices. So at a competitive prices they can sell their products. Then it will definitely increase farm exports, because now they have warehouses to store, so and processing centers also will be established now, so definitely it will increase the scope for export. Then no barriers on interest trade of farm products, industry trade. So there will be more industry that comes under the export kind of things, like warehouses are available, there will be interstate transport of or interstate trade of products. Then legal framework to allow farmers to fix their own price. There will be legal framework in order to fix the price of the farm products. Then standard mechanism that can be enforced to get a predictable prices, that is also come under legal framework. There will be standard mechanism to fix the price of the products for the farmers that will ensure a competitive price for the farmers. Then there will be less amount of mediators. Merchants will be directly purchase products from the farmers in large quantities, so they can come, they can buy as much as they want, and they can store in the warehouses, and they will be having vehicles with the storage, called the storage system, like that. So as now they can increase the stock. So the dealings will be directly from the merchant to the farmers. So less amount of middlemen, definitely it will increase the benefit for the farmers in terms of money. Okay, so as I said, during the harvest time, what usually happens is farmers will be dumping their products like anything in the market, because they'll be getting less prices. So there will be no such kind of situation after this amendment, because whatever they are producing will be sold at the market at a reasonable price itself. So these are the benefit, and that's all about the topic. Thank you.